Hello everyone and welcome to the FN Studios. K-1 returns to Mallorca with the Battle of Spain this upcoming weekend. Joining me now, K-1 representative, my good friend, Alin Halmagean, and crew in the main event, one of the most exciting young fighters, I think, on the K-1 roster, Maxima Suarez. He was supposed to take on Spain's own Alin Halmagean. Halmagean is out. In for him is Sergio Sanchez. What can you tell us about this guy who's taking this fight on short notice?
Well, we have again Maxima Suarez highlighting a fight in Spain. Maximo, you know, the cardio machine from Spain, the young man that comes forward all the time, the guy that never stops. And we have Sergio Sanchez that I got the pleasure to watch him fight. He fought a few top fighters in Rick Barnhill and Bruno Carvalho. And I'm pretty impressed of Sanchez. And I think this is going to be a tilt that people are going to remember. It was two of the best in Spain. Sergio Carvalho, it's a counter puncher. He has great kicks, nice overhand right. And Maximo Suarez is the guy that comes with a lot of volume, a lot of punches, a lot of kicks. And he will be an exciting main event.
Now, how exciting is it to have a guy like Maximo Suarez, a young guy who always comes to entertain, like you mentioned, cardio machine, non-stop forward momentum from the Spanish fighter?
Well, John, the beauty, you know, what we try to do with K-1, we try to rebuild the brand, and there's no other way to do it except fighting those new diamond in the rough fighters like youngsters. Maximo is 21 years old only. And he has a long way to go. We see him winning against Mio Dragolar in Spain, and then we see him losing against in his second fight, and Enrico Kell. And now we're going to see what he's made of. You know, we know he has technique. We know he's a cardio machine. We know he always moves forward. And this is a great test for him to see if can rebound from the loss. And this is what the great fighters are made of. I think this guy has a great talent, and we're looking forward to work with him in the future.
We go from the 70-kilogram division to the 100-kilogram-plus division. Colin George, a student of Mike Pasnier. This guy is a knockout machine. Is he going to be in tough taking on Mario Jagetic from Croatia in this fight?
Well, we got the pleasure to call Colin George fight in Azerbaijan together, and man, what a man. The guy's a monster in the ring. He comes, as you said, from a great gym, Mike's gym in Amsterdam. Born and raised in Amsterdam. He has 15 fights, 11 wins, 9 by knockout. The guy, it's a monster, and again, he's a future of the heavyweight division. Mario Jagetic, I got the pleasure to see him train before live, and he's a big man. He got some skill, and he's going to give Colin some problems, but definitely the favorite in this fight would be Colin George. And I talked to him the other day, and he says, man, I'm ready to take on anybody K-1 puts in front of me. So those are the fighters we like to have fighting for us.
Of course, anybody that's followed the K-1 brand over the last 20 years, they associate K-1 with the heavyweights. Is this going to be a focus for K-1 moving forward, to have guys like Colin George, guys that have serious pedigrees coming from Holland, guys that are looking for the knockout, or is the focus now look at guys in the 70-kilogram division that have finesse, that have skill, and they have knockout power?
We're going to do both, John. Yeah. You know, the heavyweight division is the most exciting division in the world. K-1 was built on heavyweights. The K-1 Max come later on, but we're going to focus on both, and we're going to find those young guys that have knockout power, that can put a great show for the people. We're going to find fighters from all over the world, not just from a few countries, and that's what we did in the past, and this is what we're going to do in the future. And Maximo Suarez, Colin George, Mio Dragolar. Here are some names that you're going to see in K-1. And then, you know, we're gonna look for new talent to bring new youngsters in and rebuild our brand.
And just talk about that. You've obviously scoured the globe looking for the best kickboxers, modified Muay Thai fighters around the world, whether they come from Romania or Spain or Suriname. What is the goal? Just to take the best of the lot, try to build young stars up to be the stars that we've come to expect from K-1?
Yes, of course. The focus is always to, K-1 was a global brand from the beginning. It was not based on just Holland or just Japan, or fighters from all over the world. We have Mike Bernardo from South Africa. We have the great Andy Hugh from Switzerland. So we have the whole world represented. Great fighters from Brazil in the past, Glauber Feitosa, so we're going to bring back the great Andy Dida, the last man to knock down Buakaw. He's going to come back to K-1 this year. So we are trying to do the same thing, keep the brand alive, and bring those fighters from all over the world, because I believe that in order to get the world to tune in, you have to have representative from the entire planet.
I mentioned Suriname, of course, a couple of maybe future stars, Cedric Manhoff and Zakaria Zugari, two outstanding young talents, both trained by Melvin Manhoff, and he speaks volumes about these guys. He believes that both men are going to be future champions, and above that, that they entertain the fans. And again, anybody that's tuned into the K-1 brand, that's what it's all about, tuning in to see spectacular kickboxing action, and then you get to see the knockouts.
Of course, that's I can agree more with you. You know, Suriname, it's a geography, part of the world where a lot of legends come into the K-1. The great Ernesto Hus was born there. You know, we have the great Melvin Manhoff in the past, and now his cousin Cedric doing great things in the world of kickboxing, and it's a pleasure to have them involved with us. And you know, like I said, the brand is global, and we're going to bring the best fighters from all over the world, from Europe, from Africa, from Japan, from Australia, and North America, and we're going to see some new stars. We're going to see some exciting fights, and we're going to get the pleasure to call it. So can't be more excited about it.
K-1 Battle of Spain goes down this weekend in Mallorca, and remember, you can catch the action right here on FN.